Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm about to talk about one of those very strange stories that we see circulating. But I want to go deeper than what we see happening in these videos and reading in these articles. I want to go a lot deeper than that, and I would like to bring some understanding to what is actually happening. Before I do that, however, I want to go ahead and roll the video that is associated with what I'm talking about, or one of the videos, and then after that I'm going to expound on what's really taking place. Be right back.
Stand in the gap and repent on behalf of Caucasian people.
It's all people.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, Father, it's our honor to stand here, Lord, on behalf of all white pastors, all of our white race. I know we've just heard about one race in all of humanity, but Lord, we stand here, Lord, confessing, repenting, Lord, for our aggression. Lord, repenting for our pride, for thinking that we are better, that we are above. Lord, we repent, we stand here, we repent for our greed. Lord, that our greed that we have put our necks, put our hands, our knees upon the necks of our African American brothers and sisters, people of color, of indigenous people. Lord, we ask for your forgiveness. Lord, we stand in the gap and we ask for your forgiveness. Lord, I ask, Lord, as a pastor, Lord, where we as a church, a white church, have used you as a persecution towards black people, Lord, as we've burnt crosses, as we've burnt churches, God, where we were meant to be symbols of your love and of your goodness, and we've used it as a weapon against people of color. And Lord, we repent, Lord, on behalf of all of our people, Lord, as an English person, God, here in America, Lord, I repent on behalf of the colonialism, Lord, and the oppression that came, God, I repent. And Lord, I ask for your forgiveness, God, for putting in our hearts such hatred that we would perpetrate slavery, Lord, that we would perpetrate injustice, that we would perpetrate prejudice, God, even to this very day, even in our legal system. God, I ask for your forgiveness, God. Forgive us, God, forgive us. And Lord, we stand here. It's my honor to wash my brother's feet, God. It's my honor to go in humility and say, please forgive me. Please forgive us. Please forgive us for the way that we have treated you. Please forgive us for the fear that we've had in our eyes when we've seen you. Please forgive us for the hatred, for the suspicion that we have. Please forgive us for trying to keep you in your place. Please forgive us for segregating ourselves, for putting you in your place. Please forgive us for standing on your necks. In every way that we've done it, not just for George Floyd with that policeman, but on every way we as a people, through all of history, have had our knees upon your necks. Please forgive us.
Yes, Lord. Lord, it's also my honor and privilege to kneel here before my brother and sister and go low and repent on behalf of.
So as you see, there are police officers and other civilians who are washing the feet of black people and begging them for forgiveness. Now, on the surface, most of us would say, oh, isn't that a wonderful thing? Isn't that sweet? Isn't that kind? And see, I'm saying this because I have a number of different people who watch this channel. Some of them are Christians, so a lot of people are sucked in by these types of moves, and they feel, you know, that this is the okay thing to do, the right thing to do, and this is what we need to heal as a people, right? Some people believe that this is what we need to heal. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't the right thing to do, or that it's not a good thing that's being done, but I want you to understand what is taking place here. There's something far deeper than just someone asking or begging for forgiveness. First of all, we're going to go into the actual definition of forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness actually means the action or process of forgiving or being forgiven, okay? And a similar meaning for forgiveness is exoneration or absolution, remission, okay? Pardon. Let's go into some of these definitions real quick, and you're going to see where I'm coming from with all of this. Okay, pardon, the act of forgiving or being forgiven for an error or offense. A remission of the legal consequences of an offense or conviction, okay? Let's go back. Now let's go to absolution. Formal release from guilt, obligation, or punishment. An ecclesiastical declaration of forgiveness of sins, okay? Another word is exoneration. Okay, the action of officially absolving someone from blame, vindication. Okay, the release of someone from a duty or obligation. Okay, remission. Let's go to that one. Okay, the cancellation of a debt, charge, or penalty. Forgiveness of sins. All right, let's go to the last one. Dispensation, or the last one that I'm going to read here. Exemption from a rule or usual requirement. Okay, so basically these people are asking or begging for forgiveness, whatever the case may be. They're asking to be exonerated. Pardon us from any guilt or punishment. Now, this is, let me tell you something. The Bible says that the sins of the fathers or the forefathers will be visited upon the children. And so they are trying to get black people to verbally exonerate them. In other words, this is an attempt to circumvent what the Bible said. Now, everyone knows and understands that we, as so-called black people, are the children of Yasrael. Not everyone, but those who follow this channel and many others, they know what we believe and what many others teach, and that the Most High himself said that the sins of our forefathers were going to be placed upon us as well, right? This is what his word said. And so we are living that out right now. But basically what we see happening with a lot of these Gentiles that are coming forth, it seems like there's a certain spirit that has moved upon them in this hour to seek forgiveness. And it's kind of hard to know if they're really sincere or if they feel that if we can get them to agree to exonerate us, then maybe that will prevent the judgment of the Most High Yah against us. This is what I see happening, because when you look at forgiveness and all of the similar meanings that come along with that, they're basically asking for a pardon, an absolution, exoneration, remission from their sins. Meaning, no longer will the sins of our forefathers and foremothers be placed upon our shoulders, because here, the descendants of the people that my forefathers and foremothers have wronged are exonerating us. They said that they forgive us. These people are asking for forgiveness, and they want it to be given to them. They want us to freely give forgiveness for the sins of their forefathers and their foremothers, and even some of their present sins. Now, I don't know if some of these people consciously are doing this, or if this is an unconscious thing that is being moved or driven by some spiritual unseen force. And I can't necessarily that would be a force that was sent by the Most High Yah, because the Most High is not the only force out there that is dealing with people, because the scripture says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness and principalities. You see, spiritual wickedness in high places. And I want to add this, in low places as well. Meaning not everyone has a high position, but they have the mental capacity to carry out evil deeds. And so either there's some dark spiritual force that is behind this, or some of these people are consciously asking because they know that if I can get these people to agree to forgive me, this means that I will be absolved or exonerated. I'll be pardoned from all of the punishment that was slated based on the words that have gone forth out of the Most High Yah's mouth. It's almost like they're trying to get you to make a covenant agreement with them to exonerate them from the sins of their forefathers. Again, whether it's conscious or unconscious, all of this at the same time seems to be very, very strange. Very strange. I would like to be able to look at people and say, well, I think this person is sincere or that person is sincere. But again, with all that has happened, I would say first, a lot of things need to be addressed, okay? And to have a small group of people doing this, but the majority of the country or the population of this country of Europeans don't feel this way. A handful of people, 100, 200, 300, even 1,000 isn't enough when we are surrounded by millions who would rather that we not even exist. Now, some of you say that these are far-fetched statements, but we've heard it before. Over the years, we've heard it many times. I remember when I used to pay attention to these things on my channel many years ago. There was a white person who came on my channel and said that they wished that they could put all of us inside of a big building, a big barn or something, every black person, and just set the building on fire. And I said to myself, you got to have an extreme amount of hatred in you to sit back and be meditating on something like that, or pondering on how you could give the worst type scenario of punishment or destruction to a group of people because of the color of their skin. And for those of you who say, well, it's not because of the color of your skin, it's because you're just criminals, you're this, you're that. So when you say every black person, so even our 2-year-olds are criminals and deserve the same fate that you're wishing and desiring in your heart? Every black person is not a criminal. Just like every white person is not a criminal. Every Asian is not a criminal. Every Latino or Arab is not a criminal. But when you have those who have so much hatred in them that they lump everyone into the same category, I try to make a conscious effort to say from time to time that I know that not every white person is this way, or not every man is this way, or every woman is this way. Because I know that to be a fact. But you have those who don't care about that at all. All they care about is the object of their hate and wanting to eliminate these people or these groups from the face of the earth. And so for me, when I see these things happening and I kind of analyze what's going on, people are asking and begging for forgiveness, I see that these are people who may feel or get a sense, a gut feeling that something is coming. And because of that, they feel the need to ask for forgiveness, which is, understand this, exoneration. absolve me from any responsibility. I don't want to be held responsible for the sins of my forefathers. And so this is what I see from it. And so we've got to understand that we don't have the power nor the authority to absolve people from something that the Most High has already spoken with his mouth that has to take place. He said that the sins of the fathers and mothers will be visited upon the children. They have got to face the music for all that they have done. Listen, family, I am done with this story. I'm really not, but I know some of you don't like the videos to be too long. You know, you don't like them to be too long. And I'm looking at something else here that is very, very tripped out. I'm not going to get into it right now. But there is some okie doke going on. This is a whole other story, something that's on my screen right now, family. But there is some okie doke going on right now. Very strange happenings indeed. Okay, all right. I see. But anyway, keep your eyes open. Don't fall back to sleep. Don't allow yourself to be lullabied back to sleep. Because right now people are doing all kinds of things. They're trying to convince your mind. They're trying to turn your heart. They're doing all kinds of things. And what I'm looking at right now, I'm telling you, family, there is some okie doke going on. I'm going to go ahead and get off of this now. Again, that's a whole other story that I'm referencing when I'm talking about the okie doke. But if I please, I might share this, I might not, because some of our people have been very sensitive about this particular thing that I'm looking at. And there's a brother who shared it on Facebook. There's a brother who's sharing this, and there's some dialogue going on right now. And I don't know if I want to get into it, but we shall see. But something's going on. And right now, I think our people need to really pay attention. Get out of your feelings and emotions. Try your best to understand that there is more to it than just the natural. There's a spiritual thing happening right now. Right now, there is something very spiritual happening. And if you are more in tune with the flesh, you will miss it. You will miss what's happening, and you won't know what to do when certain things start to unfold. We need to get our minds and hearts right. Stop playing games. A lot of people are playing games. They're very religious. They talk all of this religious jargon, but they have no idea that there are other realms that exist. The spirit realm is very real, but you're playing around in the natural. It's time to move past that because some very dark things are unfolding. With that, I am out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.